Seattle, the Emerald City, a city that sparkles with promise and potential. Nestled between the majestic Cascade and Olympic Mountains, and cradled by the waters of Puget Sound, it's a place of breathtaking beauty. The natural landscape here is not just a backdrop, but a vital part of the city's identity. This is a city that inspires. Innovation thrives here. From the bustling tech startups to the established giants, Seattle is a hub of creativity and forward thinking. The energy in these offices is palpable, with ideas flowing and new technologies being born every day. Global giants like Starbucks, Amazon, and Microsoft call Seattle home. These companies have not only shaped the city's economy, but have also influenced global markets and lifestyles. Their presence is a testament to Seattle's role as a leader in innovation and commerce. The Space Needle pierces the sky, a symbol of ambition and progress. It stands as a beacon of the city's aspirations, reaching towards the future while rooted in a rich history of exploration and discovery. Seattle is a city that pulses with creativity. From the vibrant murals that adorn its streets to the music that fills the air, creativity is woven into the fabric of the city. Artists and musicians find inspiration in every corner, contributing to a dynamic and ever-evolving cultural scene. It's the birthplace of grunge music, a sound that defined a generation. The echoes of Nirvana, Pearl Jam, and Soundgarden still resonate in the city's iconic music venues, reminding us of a time when Seattle was the epicenter of a musical revolution. Cafes buzz with energy, art fills the streets, and a pioneering spirit is palpable. Seattle's charm is undeniable. The city's neighborhoods are alive with a unique blend of old and new, where historic buildings stand alongside modern architecture, creating a vibrant and eclectic atmosphere. The energy is contagious, the people are friendly, and the opportunities seem endless. Seattle is a melting pot of cultures and ideas, where diverse communities come together to create a rich tapestry of experiences and opportunities. It's a city that draws dreamers and doers from around the world. People come here with hopes and ambitions, seeking to make their mark in a place that welcomes innovation and creativity. The city's landmarks, from Pike Place Market to the Museum of Pop Culture, are testaments to its rich history and vibrant present. But beneath this vibrant surface, a different story unfolds. A story of struggle, hardship, and a growing crisis that casts a shadow over Seattle's success. The city's rapid growth has brought challenges, and the most visible of these is the homelessness crisis. A story of struggle, hardship, and a growing crisis that casts a shadow over Seattle's success. The city's rapid growth has brought challenges, and the most visible of these is the homelessness crisis. Many find themselves without a place to call home, struggling to survive in a city that seems to have left them behind. This is the story of Seattle's homelessness crisis. It's a complex issue with no easy solutions, but one that demands our attention and action. As we celebrate the city's achievements, we must also confront its challenges, working together to build a future where everyone can share in Seattle's promise. Seattle's booming economy has come at a cost. Once a city known for its grunge music and coffee culture, Seattle has transformed into a tech hub, attracting thousands of new residents each year. The influx of high-paying tech jobs has driven up the cost of living, making it one of the most expensive cities in America. Tech giants like Amazon and Microsoft have set up their headquarters here, bringing in a wave of affluent workers. Rent has skyrocketed, pushing housing out of reach for many longtime residents. The average rent for a one-bedroom apartment has surged, leaving many to wonder if they can afford to stay in the city they love. Imagine this. The average rent in Seattle is now more than double the national average. Families are forced to make tough decisions, often sacrificing essentials just to keep a roof over their heads. Families who have called Seattle home for generations are being priced out. Longtime residents are finding it increasingly difficult to stay in their neighborhoods, leading to a sense of loss and displacement. Teachers, nurses, artists, and service workers are struggling to stay afloat. These essential workers, who form the backbone of the community, are finding it hard to make ends meet in a city that seems to cater only to the wealthy. The American dream, the idea that hard work leads to a better life, feels increasingly out of reach for many in Seattle. The disparity between the affluent and the working class is growing, creating a city divided by wealth. The gap between the haves and have-nots is widening, and the most vulnerable are falling through the cracks. Homelessness is on the rise, and food banks are seeing unprecedented demand. The city is at a crossroads, and the decisions made today will shape its future for generations to come. The numbers tell a stark story. Over 16,000 people are experiencing homelessness in Seattle and King County. That's more than the entire population of some small towns. And the number is growing year after year. Drive through almost any neighborhood in Seattle, and you'll see tents pitched on sidewalks, under bridges, and in parks. These makeshift shelters are a stark reminder of the human toll of the housing crisis. The crisis is most visible on the streets, but it reaches far beyond. Thousands more are living in shelters, their lives in limbo. Behind the statistics are real people with real stories. Each person experiencing homelessness has a unique journey, their own reasons for ending up on the streets. There's John, a former construction worker who lost his job after an injury and couldn't keep up with his rent. There's Sarah, a single mother who fled an abusive relationship and ended up on the streets with her 2 young children. And there's David, a young man struggling with mental illness who fell through the cracks of the healthcare system. These are just a few of the thousands of faces of homelessness in Seattle. Section 5. Trapped in a cycle. Homelessness is rarely a simple problem with a simple solution. It's often the result of a complex web of factors: mental illness, addiction, domestic violence, job loss, medical debt. These are just some of the challenges that can push people into homelessness. Once someone becomes homeless, it can be incredibly difficult to escape that cycle. Finding a job, securing housing, and accessing healthcare become monumental tasks when you don't have a stable address or a support system. The system often feels stacked against those experiencing homelessness, making it even harder to rebuild their lives. Section 6. Seattle's response. Seattle isn't ignoring the crisis. The city has committed significant resources to addressing homelessness. Millions of dollars are being invested in shelters, affordable housing, and support services. Nonprofit organizations are working tirelessly on the front lines, providing food, shelter, and a helping hand to those in need. From street outreach teams connecting people with resources to housing advocates fighting for policy changes, there are countless individuals and organizations dedicated to making a difference. Section 7. A crisis of perception. The visibility of homelessness in Seattle has sparked debate and division. Some argue that the city's response isn't enough, that more needs to be done to address the root causes of the crisis. Others express frustration over the impact of homelessness on public spaces and businesses. The issue of homelessness often becomes entangled with perceptions of safety, cleanliness, and compassion. Finding a balance between addressing the needs of those experiencing homelessness and maintaining the livability of the city is a complex challenge with no easy answers. Section 8. A shared responsibility. Addressing homelessness is not just the responsibility of the government or nonprofit organizations, it's a shared responsibility that requires a collective effort from all of us. It starts with recognizing the humanity of those experiencing homelessness. These are our neighbors, fellow human beings going through incredibly difficult times. We can all play a role in creating a more compassionate and supportive community, volunteering our time at a local shelter, donating to organizations working to combat homelessness, and advocating for policies that address the root causes of the crisis are all meaningful ways to make a difference. Section 9. Finding solutions together. The homelessness crisis in Seattle is a complex issue with no quick fixes. It affects thousands of individuals and families, each with their own unique stories and challenges. From those who have lost their jobs to those struggling with mental health issues, the reasons for homelessness are varied and multifaceted. Addressing this crisis will require a multifaceted approach that combines short-term solutions with long-term systemic change. This means not only providing immediate relief but also tackling the root causes that lead to homelessness in the first place. We need to invest in affordable housing, ensuring that everyone has access to a safe and stable place to live. This involves building new housing units, renovating existing ones, and making sure that these homes are truly affordable for those in need. Additionally, we must expand access to mental health and addiction treatment services. Many individuals experiencing homelessness are also dealing with mental health issues or substance abuse problems. Providing them with the support they need can help them get back on their feet. Creating more pathways out of poverty is also crucial. This includes job training programs, educational opportunities, and other resources that can help individuals gain the skills and confidence they need to secure stable employment and improve their quality of life. But most importantly, we need to approach this challenge with empathy, compassion, and a belief that everyone deserves a safe and stable place to call home. It's about seeing the humanity in each person and understanding that we all have a role to play in creating a more just and equitable society. Seattle is a city known for its innovation, its resilience, and its big heart. The same spirit that drives our tech industry and our cultural scene can also drive our efforts to solve homelessness. By working together, we can find solutions that create a brighter future for everyone who calls this city home. It's about collaboration, community, and a shared vision for a better tomorrow. Together, we can make a difference.